in, everybody. This is Chris Jones here with Easton Allen, and we are bringing you Game 3 here of series with Schreiner. So yesterday, Bulldogs taking 2 wins, 8-0, and looked pretty comfortable out there, and looking to get back to it today, Easton.
100%. And Caitlin Howard been back in the circle for getting the start for the Bulldogs in this one, and like you mentioned, Chris, the Bulldogs took care of business yesterday. No trouble against Schreiner in either game. Both Ainsley Davis and Amanda White in both their starts looked pretty dominant, and Caitlin Howard will look to do the same here in Game 3.
Let's go ahead and meet the starters for your Bulldogs. So in the circle, Caitlin Howard. Behind the plate is Bella Rodriguez. Rounding out the infield, we've got Faith Hernandez at first. Kaylee, she's been batting well. She did well yesterday early, and
Brianna Jones with the liner right back to Howard, and she snags it right there. Wake her up a bit to start this game.
Yeah, and they're really looking to go. So a little chop ground ball goes right back to Howard. Howard gonna make the play at first. That was Lindsey Hughes in the box, but Holloway gonna advance to second. So now
here in Seguin today.
Yeah, it's blowing today. Don't be and she reaches, and there's that strikeout there from Caitlin Howard. Anissa Mendoza in the box for the Mountaineers. Caitlin Howard change up over to Tavery Ortiz. All the time in the world to make that play.
Yeah.
So, you add in all these programs. Is Tovar going to lay down a bunt? Howard going to make the play? And Schreiner back in. And so that's going to take a good cut at our league. And so ground ball over to first. Bulldogs going to get underneath it, make the play. That was Lindsay Leal taking care of that one. So we will be right back. Good cut, and that is deep. And that is over from Serena Gonzalez. So a 3-run home run. And it is officially a Bulldog party, Easton. Serena Gonzalez absolutely crushing that one. Behind in the count, and, no hesitancy, nothing. She watched that last one and, ultimately decided she was just going to rope that one coming into the circle. So she's going to warm up, and we will be right back here. Don't be surprised, if the Bulldogs hammer on the runs today.
Yeah. And we talked about it, too, yesterday, kind of just keep playing to their standard and keep the foot on the gas despite the competition they've been playing here recently. And, to see them come out and play even better than they did yesterday offensively is a sight to see, as that one's off the pole, and that one's gone.
A solo shot there from Faith Hernandez. And, oh, my gosh, I was watching that one. The wind, that crosswind, I wasn't sure. And bonk right off that post there. So a solo shot for Faith Hernandez. And
here at Cruise Stadium as we're back to the top of the third now. And Caitlin Howard going back to work. Kind of a long last inning when the Bulldogs put on 7 runs, Chris.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really opened it up right there. So now if you're Schreiner, in a tough spot, but going to look to battle back. And that one popped up, Harley Russell underneath it, so there's out number 1. And Caitlin Howard humming. I wonder, it's been a long time since I've played baseball or softball, but, Howard almost in a difficult position because of how long the Bulldogs were at bat. It is now 1:40, and we're just starting second inning. Fly ball over to Kaylee Clark, pop out, so 2 down now for Howard.
Yeah, though she was off for a while, pretty easy work. There were 2 kind of lazy pop-ups she gets out, so a good start for Howard and the Bulldogs in this third.
Jones on the pop-up. So now Holloway back up.
And now you see the shift for Holloway again. Must be a heavy opposite hitter, oppo hitter. And as you got Clark basically playing at second base, and Randy Kay moved over, so is Harley Russell in left.
You see a little shift there from Kay in center field. Good choice, and right at Tavery Ortiz, and quick 3 outs for the Bulldogs, so they are going to look to get right back to it on offense. Please stay with us. 4, right?
It's
Or
6.
6.
Yeah, it's 6.
Please forgive me. I'm a little unfamiliar. Little ground out over to Clark, and Bulldogs going to make a play. Little change up there. See Kylie Jack there. Howard, to me, Easton, is kind of a perfect mix, on the mound. She's kind of, to me, exactly in the middle between Ainsley Davis and Amanda White.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda White just got that, killer mindset, pretty cold on the mound. And Ainsley Davis plays so fiery and always showing her emotion. And so Howard does a little bit of both, and that makes her quite a force in the circle.
Yeah, 5'9" junior from Waller, Texas. Her and Davis have developed a lot these last few years. Freshman year, you got Strother and White pitching, so they didn't have to do too much. They were
Pretty
kind of just
tough
more
to,
extra relievers, but then
get in over them.
Yeah, and then last year had a little bit of a jump in their roles, playing behind Strother still with them. Both of them got a good chunk of playing time, a good experience, and now this year it's really been their time to shine as Howard shining there gets the strikeout on Mendoza.
I don't know quite what happened there. That one fouled into center, and Annie Kay going to make the play, and so doesn't matter. And Bulldogs shut it down here, and so now we are going to have. And Bulldogs starting off strong behind that changeup strike from Caitlin Howard.
Game 2, now Howard trying to do the exact same. And what a day, or what a series, I guess, for this pitching staff and the Bulldogs all around, Chris.
And changeup got him swinging again. So 1-2 count. And yeah, Bulldogs, looking to shut it down here.
So a strikeout there for Howard, another one for her on the day as she continues to close strong here. And, as we approach the end of this game, Chris, kind of note, but we'll see Monica interview Serena after the game, and hopefully the audio is a bit better. The wind's kind of been killer today as that one popped up to Leal at short and quickly 2 her down here in the top of the fifth. One out away from a complete series shutout for the Bulldogs. Series before the conference tournament the next weekend.
Yeah. Crazy School starting to wind down. Little pop-up, and on the one hop, Bulldogs make the play. And so that'll do it. Final score, Texas Lutheran 14, Schreiner 0. And Bulldogs sweep the series.